It's fine. We'll do what we got to do. On that, we can also keep it pretty tight today. To be honest, I've got to do planning. We're going to keep it tight. All right, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna post it here, and then I'm gonna post it in the stream shilling place. Pimp your shit place. Stream pimping here. I updated the Geek Girls thing too, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do it there.
Oh, I didn't do the bots. Do I need to do the bots?
Oh, I forgot the bots. Yeah, you gotta do the bots.
Let me do the bots. What is my...
Okay. Here, I'm gonna show when we're doing the what have you been up to? I finished the body of your little dragon, but because he has no feet or wings, he looks like a snake that's had a very good meal. That little snake that's had a very good meal. But his little feet and his wings will go here. He'll be done soon.
Okay, I posted it in all the places.
I can't pay you till next week, though. Okay, Showbot reset.
I have.
Nightbot engage.
There we go.
I had to call my senator's office. And then I got redirected 18 times to my representative's office, to my other state office, to finally figure out what the hell is going on. I hadn't gotten paid unemployment since August 12th, and pretty much like nothing you can do. So then I finally got through enough political offices today to finally get given the like ombudsman's phone number, which is like really hard to. It's like an unpublished number though, right? So the only way you get it is when you like go through all of that. But it was crazy. What's up, Sephirothi? Hi.
Hey, Barney.
I know it's. I feel like I just want. Hi, Barney. It's weird.
And
like, I know it's Barney, but like I also like still.
Do girls want me to try and schedule JF Dubois and Amy?
Yes.
For next week.
Yes.
Yes, totally.
Okay.
Also, we need to have PD Rave on eventually. Does the Record Breakers podcast? He's a Diamond Club kid. He's the one that I got. We got our diamond tattoos at the same time in Vegas. Anyway, he was in San Diego, and I keep forgetting to have him on and schedule that. So we should do that eventually.
Cool.
I feel like my
trying not to crinkle too much before it's time.
Can you stop crinkling so much? I feel like your crinkling is really out of control right now.
Next Sunday's the 13th, right?
Yeah. Oh, shiitake mushrooms.
What's the what?
Oh shit.
I'm gonna be tired from LARP, but I'll be here.
I just realized that I was supposed to do a D&D thing on that date, which I didn't think was a Sunday. Oh shit. Okay. All right, I'll figure that out.
Okay.
Why can't I pop out my chat? Let me do what I want with my chat, guys. All right, let's check our volume.
Hey, I'm gonna
stand up. You guys who have enjoyed this program.
Wait, I don't know how you sound like hear about that. See my new shirt that somebody gave me.
Is that Good Witch?
It's Good Witch most of the time.
Oh, it's nice. It's got like a wispy tail to it. Here, I could
It's like really short in the front and all long later. And anyway, it's like
nothing over there.
It's big on me, but it's comfy and I don't care. And it's got my fucking hair. The hood is like a big.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. And she gave me another one, too. A friend of mine ordered them, and they were too small for her. So she's like, they'll be big on you, but do you want them? And the other one is black and just says Bad Witch.
I want this now so badly.
They're like super comfy.
Oh, what's up,
There.
Revis? So they were in San Diego, Rev, and they're cool artists and do cool stuff and things and the whatnot. Anyway, just say.
Yeah, I made it work. Woo!
You did it!
I did it.
Hooray! All right, now I'm trying to find my freaking show notes.
They exist.
I know.
I've seen
I
them.
just had them. I was just typing into them.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, so,
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Ready.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, Rev. No, I have tons of art stuff, and anything that captures your interest, you are free to do. But
Thanks for the sub.
Yay! Yes.
No, I was just looking at old episodes. I'll host next week. It's been a while, but I should be ready, and I know him well enough. Yeah.
No. It just said September.
Oh, September.
September. So I was removing the T in our show notes. I was like, oh, September.
I don't know. I was typing very quickly.
Totally okay. Still love it. Okay. Awesome. I am ready to go. Everybody good? Good. Everybody feeling
Thanks,
good?
Travis. Yeah.
Yeah, and Revis, I'm definitely going to hit you up when I get a chance. We'll go through some stuff because I have lots of silliness that I want to do. Oh, what's up, Grizz? Oh, all the people today. Look at that. That's nice. Hooray.
Good grills. I'm actually looking at, when I can afford it, a tattoo. It says good girl on it. There's a hint.
Nice. Good girls rarely make history.
Yeah, it also includes implying spanking. So it's that kind of good girl.
This is like a Harley tattoo. Like, I feel like this could be a good Harley angle. Okay. All right, rock and roll. Let's do a thing. I'm going to find a button to push. I promise. Oh, I didn't tweet. Fuck. Hold on. I do that right now.
Meanwhile, September is trying to banish the evil spirits.
I know, right? I'm like...
It's like a fruit fly or something.
Evil spirits!
What the hell? Yes.
Get out of here.
Let's do it. Rock and roll. I'm pushing buttons now.
Games, gear, grills. Welcome to the Geek Grills Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to episode 145 of Geek Grills. The Geek Grills Podcast is supported primarily by our patrons. You can find us at www.patreon.com/grills. I'm Linda, and I'm joined by my co-host, September, also known as 9 of 12.
Greetings.
And the Jen.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, I don't know where that came from. What have y'all been up to this week? Ember?
Well, I've been telling this story around the town. I gave a baby up for adoption when I was 16 years old, and she found me a couple weeks ago.
It's so crazy.
Right. It has been a beautiful, amazing, fantastic journey. Ooh, genetics is strong in this one. Like, we have so much in common, from, hippie things all the way to, like, posting the same Morticia memes to her first concert with 9 Inch Nails, Fire Tribe stuff. I mean, just more and more. It could not be better. Like, we've been getting to know each other. Oh, and I'm a grandmother.
Aww.
And their last name is, well, Courtney's will be soon, but my granddaughter's last name is actually Morningstar.
Which is crazy.
So people were like, how? My friend Bob from Trust Your Cape was like, oh my God, this is like fills in your origin story. You've always had this darkness, and I've known you because he knew me before I had her. And it's like, and then you've had this darkness, and now it's been lifted. And her name is Morningstar. Okay, so you also have bad fucking fanfic in your origin story. But we've been getting to know each other and developing this relationship, and it's beautiful. And I hope to meet her and my grandbaby as soon as possible. In the last few days, I introduced it. Nice. I can English.
I like introducing people.
I introduced her online. Well, I thought I was introducing her online to my tribe from back home in New York. And I knew we had some close misses where she used to go to the same campgrounds I did and stuff for, hippie pagan shit. And I introduced the group, like, welcome her to the family, brought her into the secret group. And they're like, oh, we love her. Some of them already know her. It was just like, when I was moving away and these people were coming in, and we just miss each other. So it's just been meant to be and beautiful. She lives out in Oregon. I wish I lived in Oregon.
I did tell my friends that you were living a Lifetime movie right now, just because.
It is. It's yeah. So anyway, that has been my beautiful, amazing journey. I've also gone through a lot of really horrible stuff. So I'm kind of a roller coaster. Like I've cried more in the last 2 weeks than I probably cried in the last 2 years. And some have been really happy tears and some have been miserable ones. So the universe is fucking like that, isn't it? The other thing, nifty nerd thing, Drinks and Daggers arrived this week. If you ever heard the Drunks and Dragons podcast, I love it. I recommend it. And it's something my 16-year-old and almost 16-year-old and I listen to all the time. And they had a Kickstarter last year for their card game based on their D&D characters. And we jumped on the Kickstarter. It was like his Christmas present. And it arrived this week. It was just a little late. So we haven't cracked it open and played it yet, but I am really excited to give it a go. It looks like they've done a really great job with the publication.
Awesome.
All right. What have you been up to, Jen?
All the things. No, literally all the things. So TwitchCon, Friends, San Diego, stuff and things. America's Next Top Podcaster, Ermagerd. That shit is intense, by the way. That is like so much stuff. I've never put more hours into something that's only 10 minutes long in my entire life. But I'm trying very hard to continue to I just want to stay committed to it. People are like, oh, I mean, it's tough. I guess my whole thing was I didn't want to get eliminated first. Spoilers if you haven't listened to the first week. I didn't get eliminated first. Hooray. But it is now I'm at the point where every week people hit me up and like, oh, we're rooting for you. And I'm like, damn it. Yay. But also, damn it.
I'm so proud of you, by the way. I know scheduling can be such a difficult challenge. We've run into it just on this show, and that you are kicking ass with teaming up with all those people, and they're scheduling so much work. Respect.
Oh, I'm so excited too. I can't wait for a couple weeks from now when you guys get to hear the next stuff, because we have some cool guests and stuff that come in, and you guys are going to be super excited, and we'll talk about it when we get there. But America's Next Top Podcaster.com, just as a reminder, is where that stuff is. I did finally finish what's available for Disenchantment, which that show is hilarious. I don't know why so many Futurama fans that I know complained about it being terrible, because it's really good. It's funny and delightful, and I don't know, it was refreshing. I kind of needed it, just something silly and fun to watch. But yeah, let's playing WoW, doing the Hearthstone solo mission, the first chapter of the new Hearthstone solo adventure. That's been pretty fun. I've been playing Stellaris because it's fun to play spreadsheets in space sometimes. I feel like all those games is what they are. It's like trying to manage a company, and you're just like, why am I doing this? But it's fun and I can't stop. So I pulled that out again. But yeah, so I guess I should catch up on TwitchCon a little bit. That was some big stuff. Some of it is newsy stuff, and I'll mention it there. But as far as friendo stuff. So let's see. The first night I was there was Thursday. We did bonfire, which was awesome. DKG bonfire tradition continues. We make s'mores and hang out and put our feet in the ocean and the whatnot. And then Mike TV did a thing with the Purple People Palooza, which was other folks that stream music on Twitch, and they kind of just all rotated out. They'd play a couple songs, and then like the next artist would go up, and then they'd kind of just keep rotating. And of course, Curtis My Love was there, so we hung out and danced and sang music really, really loudly. Jury was there, so that was nice. With him being a judge on ANTP, I walk into the bar. I didn't know he was going to be there. I walk into the bar, and the first thing he does is yell at me, "Collusion!" And I'm like, "No, this is not collusion. I'm just here to listen to music." I didn't actually go into the con at all. I didn't get a badge. It was just too expensive. And last year it was just such a waste. And the only thing I missed is I didn't get to go to Artist Alley, but I saw all my friends. We hung out at the hotels and restaurants and bars like nearby. Saw all the familiar faces you expect to see. I'll put more pictures up on my Twitter and the whatnot. But then we had our homecoming dance, which the whole joke was DKG did prom a few years ago. So now with TwitchCon being in San Diego, we had to call it homecoming dance. And Sam Hears was going to perform, and Steve was going to do sound. Steve of Dynamite D&D, who we had recently as a guest. So that was all great, except the moment we were supposed to check into the private place that Curly had rented for it, he's like, "All right, this is off. They said no and are kicking us out of the place, and we have nowhere to have everything." And we're all like dressed up in outfits and like sad. But Steve, being the courageous homeowner that he is, offered his space. And so we literally, he doesn't have very much furniture because he's a bachelor dude and keeps his space open so that he can work on sound stuff. So they set it up, and Sam literally did a concert in his living room, and Steve did the sound for it, and we had the party there instead.
Yay!
So that worked out pretty well. I was ended up staying in San Diego a few days late, so I ended up taking the bus home. That was a journey and a half. I think I left at 7. Yeah, I left to get to the bus stop at 7 a.m. on an Uber, and then, or no, I guess it was like 8 a.m. And then I got home a little after midnight that night.
Long trip.
Yeah, it was a journey. It was totally a journey. But yeah, so I made it home. Good times were had. Loved to see all the folks, all the Diamond Club kids and the whatnot. Oh, it was funny because there was one night where we were having a hard time finding a bar that would just had food. We were all so hungry. None of us had eaten. We're hungry, but we also want drinks. We went to Little Italy. There were too many bros and people yelling about cocaine outside. So we kept walking past those bars, and everywhere was just not our vibe. So we finally find this one bar, and they're like, "The kitchen's open. Oh, technically it's closed, but we'll keep it open for 10 minutes. And we're like, "Yes, bless you. Please, yes, feed us." So we all order our burgers or whatever. And then in comes Mike TV and Jury and Trey Wonder. And we're like, and Mike goes to Jury, like, "Did you tell people where we were?" And Jury's like, "No." And so out of all of the bars and all the, as Jury put it, in all the gin joints and all, like, they showed up at the same exact place. So we ended up hanging out there until pretty much close, which was nice. Obviously lots of time hanging out with Mike TV, which makes me very happy. And Jury too. Sorry, no offense, Jury. Yeah, all the offense, Jury. But yeah, so it was just funny. It was just funny to me that, like, in all the fucking bars in San Diego, how did they, like, that's the magic sometimes, right? Where you find your people accidentally. I ate lots of delicious food. I drank lots of alcohol, and then I eventually made it home. So anyway, that is the news of TwitchCon.
All right, so I did I did a couple things.
Oh,
also I can talk.
I saw I just saw what you put in there, and I'm like, I totally forgot about that was a thing.
Yeah, we all did this other thing.
We all were on the Stream Team Winter Movie Draft.
Yes.
So that was the first time I'd ever done something like that, and that was cool. The projection is that we're gonna get like 5th place, but I think some of the movies that Ember and I got are going to be hidden gems that are going to do much better than people think they are.
By the way, I was playing my own personal game of guessing what movies Linda was going to go for, and I was correct on most of them and very proud of myself. Because, like, I was privately chatting with Curly, and I was like, Linda's going to go for this. And, like, yes. I was like, yay, my social engineering skills are still intact.
So these are the movies everyone needs to go watch to support Team Geek Grills. Addams Family, Gemini Man, Zombieland 2, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, and Little Women.
So, Team Geek Drunk Kids Gaming, Curly pulled me in last season, and we got second, and I think we're projected to get second again. I know we got Joker. That was my one target, was Joker. I can't remember what else we got, but we had Joker and Ford versus Ferrari.
Fieri.
I'm sorry, Ford versus Guy Fieri. Ford versus Guy Fieri.
That was so funny.
I was laughing so hard. I still think it's funny where somebody was like, it's a period piece, and I was just like, let me tell you about a period. I'm like, oh, gross. But yeah, so it's pretty fun.
I was really happy because they brought in Big Voice Jay and Mike
Yes.
TV did little snippets of songs for each movie. That was so cool.
Oh my god,
That was great.
So fun fact: so that when they did the first recording of the Stream Team movie draft, that bar where we randomly met up with each other, I was talking to Mike, and he went, "Oh my god, I was supposed to send something to W. Scott. I hadn't done it yet. Oh my god, I have to send in these songs right now." And so I was helping him get like Hotspot connected to upload the songs to W. Scottus One for the first night of the Stream Team movie draft. And I was like, well,
Nice.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm glad we did that. Now I know what Mike was talking. I had no idea what songs he was talking about. I'm like, what the fuck is this even for? But now I know.
So, Linda, how much did you make?
For,
Extra Life.
Yes.
yeah, well, I hadn't
I'm doing the
announced
moving along thing.
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry. We're getting distracted.
We're getting distracted. My other podcast, Glitter Dice, we all did the 24 hours of gaming for Extra Life. We exceeded our goal. We only wanted to raise $100, and we made $140. So I'm very happy about that. You can still go and donate if you want. It's open until I think the 2nd of November. The 17 and then whatever 6-hour video, because for some reason it dropped in the middle, but we got it live again like real quick. The videos are still up on our Twitch page, Glitter Dice. I think it's Glitter Dice Podcast. You can watch me play the Goose Game. You can watch us play a bunch of role-playing games.
Fucking Goose Game.
There's a game we play at about 3:30 in the morning on the video called Die Laughing. And you basically are playing characters in, there's no like GM, it's all the players together. We basically are playing characters out of a comedy horror film, and like the point is that everybody is dead at the end of the movie. And it was really, really funny. And that was also when the random person from Australia popped in to say hello on our chat. We were like, cool. He was like, I don't know what's going on, but I love it. And we were like, glad to have you. By the end of
link.
Oh, right.
By the way. Your Extra Life link so we can get it out to our listeners.
Yeah.
By the end of that, I was running off about 2 hours of sleep and about 3 liters of caffeine. I was very, very loopy at the end of it.
So much. Ugh. Yeah, I can't. I was checking in. I was like, Linda's still awake.
Yeah, I took a nap between about midnight and 2. That was the only time I slept. I was oddly awake for all of it until I stopped moving.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes, right? The moment you're no longer an object in motion, you immediately want to fall asleep. Well, awesome. That's cool that you guys. I'm glad you guys made it through and did all that. I think it's really awesome.
Yeah, I've also been doing much crocheting. I have finished Exactly. I have finished the little body of this dragon I'm working on for September. He looks like a very well-fed snake at the moment.
Yeah, he does. He's like, what do you have in you, buddy?
This is my grandbaby.
I've made a bunch of little octopi. They're really cute. They're sitting over on my shelf. I don't have them in my hand, but they're little hand-sized, like palm-sized octopi. So I have some of those. But that's what I've been up to. We got so distracted. It's fine.
That's okay. We knew it was going to happen. I was going to talk about TwitchCon. We know it's going to happen.
Yeah. But now it's time for the Geek Grapevine.
Two Steve, assemble! Geek Grills Grapevine.
All right, so what we got?
Speaking of
Emma
BBJ.
Watson.
Yeah, this made me super happy. Emma Watson has launched a hotline that offers free legal advice for women experiencing workplace harassment. So, hooray! Using your power for good. I mean, she's been very active in Me Too.
Oh yeah, she's been active in pretty much anything that she. Because didn't she also get involved in the whole mental health conversation too? When they were trying to destigmatize her mental health, that was a big conversation she was a part of, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. So I just thought this was really terrific. It's funded by Times Up UK Justice and Equality Fund, managed by the UK Fund for Women and Girls, and it was kickstarted by donations from other celebrities like her, and they donated 1.2 million to the project.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, use your clout for good stuff. That makes me happy.
It's staggering the stats too, and I'm glad she stepped up to this. 1 in 2. So half of all women experience workplace harassment. No shit. I'm not actually surprised or anything, but
I mean, we all have. I think pretty much. I know September and I both have stories. I don't know Linda, but I have. I have long sordid tales of See, I don't know any woman that I know that hasn't experienced harassment at work. Sadly, and I think it's a big issue that needs more attention, and that's again awesome.
Yep. I like it.
Let's see.
So what's next?
Joker
right.
is an inevitable hit. I hope. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. My
son went to see it.
It was an October opening weekend record of 96 million on opening weekend, so that's more than Justice League, which was 93.8. Also, people are talking about it being potentially Oscar worthy as well. So I'm sure Bradley Cooper will be happy because that'll bring him back in. Hopefully he'll get another Oscar nod because he produced it. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see how it goes as far as the rest of the run, and I'm excited to go see it so that I can confirm that. I think it's going to be great. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix he's a great actor, and I think it's cool for him to take on this kind of a role. I've also heard it's very uncomfortable, and to be prepared to watch fluffy things when I get home.
Yeah, apparently, because I didn't go see it with my husband, but he got to a point in the movie where he was like, you know what? This would be a good time to go to the bathroom because I'm uncomfortable. And he left to go to the bathroom during part of it and then came back and was like, okay, and we're sitting back down again. So there's apparently a stage scene that is very uncomfortable.
Cool. Well, I'm excited. I really want to go see it. So I will go see it, but I'm just glad it's doing well. We all know where I live as far as the Marvel versus DC debate. I'm obviously very clearly Marvel, but I've always had a place in my heart for Batman and all surrounding villains, and Joker's story is really cool, even separate, and Harley, of course. But yeah, so I'm glad that it sounds like they treated the story well.
Yeah. Let's see.
The other one is going to be the newsy news. Yeah, this is the newsy news from TwitchCon. So, aside from all the friendo stuff, the newsy news from TwitchCon is a couple things. One, big gigantic thing. Twitch Studio is going to be a thing now, so it's going to help with just using templates and customization, and actually be easier for people to go live. The creator dashboard is being revamped completely. In fact, I got the beta of it yesterday. I know they're releasing it in October.
Again?
It's better and worse, so prepare yourself emotionally.
That's usually the case, yeah.
The channel page is also being redesigned, so just a better viewing experience is coming. So there's the channel points thing that's happening, and there's going to be rewards for loyal viewers, and then there's a mod view. So I don't know if you noticed, but the channel mode, you can be in mod view, which gives you some additional features and just having a solid thing. And then there's going to be the commitment and talent and ad and paying us better stuff. So subscriptions on iOS. So starting in October, viewers on the Twitch iOS app will now be able to subscribe to their favorite streamers, which is nice because they previously could not do that directly, which means all the people with iPhones that are watching mobile, because by the way, that's where a lot of our views are coming from now, can actually subscribe right there. So I think that's a big, very, very big change. And also, why the fuck did it take so long? Just saying. And then the one thing that I'm very, very, very excited about, it's not much, but it's something. We are now, as affiliates, going to be able to earn revenue from ad rolls, and which is good, because here's the thing: every time I stream, somebody comes through and it shows there'll be an ad that they have to watch, right? But then I'm not getting any revenue for that. So it's like, okay, cool. I'm glad, Twitch, that you're making money on people coming to my channel, and I'm an affiliate. So the fact that they're sharing that revenue now with affiliates is good, I think. It's not up yet. I think it's coming in. I think somebody's mentioned that it's not working yet. I think it's coming. Maybe it's not out yet. Subscriber will now be. I don't know. It says it's up. I don't know. A sub should be working from the iOS app. But yeah, so there's also going to be some quality of life things like normalizing the volume of ads with the other content that's playing, which is nice, because there's nothing worse than when you come to the channel and it's just like loud sounds, and then the channel is like very quiet and drawing. So that's also nice. We can also disable the pre-roll ads and things like that too. So there'll be some other functionality with all that coming. And if you're an affiliate, you'll notice that when you go into your dashboard, there'll be immediately a prompt to go and click through it and get your information on how much your revenue is. And I think it just has you re-verify your thing. That's not a word. Your terms, your service agreement, your whatever, your relationship with Twitch agreement. I can word words. But yeah, so that's pretty much the big stuff. Oh yeah, and also they paid millions of dollars for a revamp of their logo. Do you notice any difference? I don't.
I noticed the icon in iOS difference.
Yeah, yes. No, it is definitely different.
It changed there, but no. That's the only place I noticed.
It's definitely different, but it's definitely not different. Also, why did we need that? Thanks, Amazon. Remember, this is a good time to remind everybody, if you have a Twitch Prime, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription. Oh, anyway.
Twitch Prime.
If you have Twitch Prime, which comes from Amazon Prime. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that is the news.
All right. So now we're going to get into our discussion topic. So it's called ASMR.
What the fuck is ASMR? Sorry.
For those of you who don't know, ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Mm-hmm. So this is something that not everyone experiences. A lot of folks have tied this sensation to frisson, which frisson is it's known as aesthetic chills or musical chills. It's those goosebumps you get when you hear a particularly good like musical score, or if it's a certain tone of voice that someone is using. So it really kind of became a thing in 2007 because someone mentioned it. I think it's on our very official wiki page. They mentioned it on either a chat or it wasn't a chat. It was, hold on. I shall get the page open.
Can I just say that frisson, so that was a thing that I didn't know was unique until I read one of those, like, bet you didn't know, blah, blah, blah articles that I got. And I had no idea that, because I definitely get goosebumps from music, like certain music or whatever.
I do as well.
But I didn't know that not everybody did. I just thought that was a thing that everybody experienced. And I was like, oh, I'm special. That's cool.
Yeah.
But but that is
Here we
not ASMR. Because I also thought that was kind of the same thing.
It's usually people who experience version are more likely to experience, the tingles from ASMR. They're called that's what they're colloquially called is the tingles. Yeah. It's a discussion. It was posted about on a discussion forum for health related subjects at a website called Study Health. So it had been a thing, but that was the first time it had been like discussed. So that's kind of where that started. And like now if you put in ASMR on YouTube, you get thousands of videos of folks doing ASMR. But it's all very, very subjective.
Which I did for research.
Yeah, right. I Googled it for like an hour. No, so I know somebody that I was talking to them about their taxes, and they were like, "Oh, well," he's like, "Yeah, well, I have to do this whole thing, and I had to file Schedule C and incorporate for my ASMR videos." And I'm like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, I've got a really low voice, and women just like to hear it." And I'm like,
"It's low voices.
You make enough money that you had to file Schedule C."
Mm-hmm. It's very popular. Some folks use it to help them sleep. They use it for relaxation.
That was something I don't really. I mean, I don't get it. There's a lot of different kinds that I don't. I was just like, I don't get it. But some of to help you sleep with the whispering, I was surprised to find that I had a reaction to that. That some of the whispering, I immediately just relaxed and got not sleepy, but I could see where that would help, and I didn't expect that at all. That completely shocked me. I'm like, that sounds creepy as fuck.
No, it creeps me out.
Whispering at me,
like it makes me.
Yeah, my husband doesn't like ASMR because it's too intimate for him. Because it's like they're right on, like in front of me, like in my ear, and I'm like, that's kind of the point. But there's a lot of different types of like vocal types. You could do the whispering, you could do the low voice. Something that they're called ASM artists now. They're called ASM artists.
No, they're not. Stop! Don't encourage that.
It's on. It's on websites all over the place. Okay, I didn't come up with that.
I did a better name.
I don't like it. ASMR hats.
But there's different ways to modulate your voice. Soft plosives are something that people use, which is the T and the D and, the hard consonants. But if you get very close, uncomfortably close to your microphone, and you do those very softly, that can trigger it for some people, and they're called ASMR triggers. So I think
at this point we should apologize to those of you that have
yes,
ASMR triggers.
I'm going to be doing some examples of ASMR triggers, just with tapping and things. I don't know if I have the right voice to actually do like the vocals for it. So we're going to go with some of the other ones that folks are into. And I listen to ASMR.
Interesting.
All right. So what are the triggers that you wanted to list, and what kinds do you listen to?
Yeah, give some examples of ASMR triggers, because I can think of the whispering. That's like pretty much all I know about.
That's the big one. You can do different types of paper.
Nope. Want it to die in a fire.
I saw one that was like hours and hours of just fabric noises.
Actually, I might like papers. That. Okay, I could get into that.
So that's going with like paper. Also tapping. And you need to the point is to turn up your gain really, really loud on your mic. And I'm not going to do that because Ember and Jen would be very mad at me. Let's see, but you can even with your phone, it's a different type of tapping.
Okay, so
this I saw people doing snappy and
snapping
and people eating. I did see that.
Eating.
I
don't like eating sounds. That's a little too wet. But very soft crinkles.
Soft crinkles. Soft crinkles was my Prince cover band in college.
You can
It's all about his fabric. I don't even like my own eating sounds. Fair. Mukbang. I did enjoy Bryce doing the mukbang videos. I wish he would go back to that. He was doing those before during the Night Attack pre-show for a while, and it was delightful.
If you have like glass beads or wooden beads, doing sounds like that clicking together.
No, like
is a trigger.
Maybe I just don't get triggered by it. Like that does like literally nothing for me. Like even the idea of it does nothing for me.
This is an odd.
Somebody ever just stand there? I think you could. Can I make money from my ASMR? I just get a rain stick and just stand here and turn.
Oh my god! I played with one of those for like an hour.
You can post a video of that for like 30 minutes, and you will get paid for it. I promise.
So with
this one's an interesting one. It's so first of all, you've got the glass tapping for like candles for these. Some people actually also like to scratch the wax. They scratch the wax to make the sound. This is just an odd one that I've seen. Is this the sound of a jar closing
or opening?
That
please tell
reminds me of a completely different sound that I probably should not.
The grapefruit method? Are you gonna go grapefruit method on us right now, September?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. There's
a whole
Don't
bunch
Google
of
that, kids. Don't Google
right.
that. Do not Google that.
Changed position too many times, and that's embarrassing.
Well, that's interesting you mentioned that, though, because isn't that like the big thing that people try to explain is that just because you're having like some kind of a reaction, like a visceral reaction in, I don't know, it's just like a fucking body, doesn't necessarily mean it's sexual. Like it's not.
No.
It's not a sexual response specifically.
Yeah, they've actually proven that scientifically that it's not a inherently sexual response. It's just it's a pleasure zone that lights up, but it's not an erogenous zone, if that makes sense. So
I just want you to say the word erogenous zone again. I'm really getting some feedback from that. Something's happening when you say it.
You have to get really close and do certain things.
Plosives.
Anyway.
Oh, a queef is what September is thinking of. Also, I should do that again while she's drinking a beverage. That's usually the ideal time to make comments like that. So
there's also hand sounds.
That's like, please use more lotion sounds. I don't like it.
I am getting like tingles as far as like I get something running up my spine.
But you're not sure
some of these, not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely some, but not
all.
Soothing.
It's I don't know what that means.
You're like, I'm getting tingles, but I am not relaxed.
No,
I'm definitely having a response.
Oh shit, there's someone behind me. It's the same reaction as that, you know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's like I don't have big bunches of fabric in here, but that's another thing. It's kind of the same thing I was doing with the file folder, is that you run your fingers over textured material and it makes a sound. Again, you're supposed to have your gain on your microphone up really high, and that way you can also hear the ambient sounds of your room, like, you know, if your AC is on or something, like white noise. That actually is supposed to help.
So, do we have any idea on how much money ASMR artists actually made? Because I'm curious if I am in the wrong industry. Like, I should clearly be, like, obviously I should be whispering in the microphones.
How much money?
These are always fun. The Google holes.
ASM artists make. Let's see. It's estimated that Gentle Whispering, YouTube's top ASMR channel, makes at least $130,000 a year.
That's very exciting.
Yep. That was me just throwing my shit right in the trash.
Fuck having real jobs. Let's
Yeah.
just all whisper into microphones. We all have good voices
I
for that.
I did have the thought that I could just like find poetry that's, free source.
Fuck that. I'm
and
gonna read the Gettysburg
just-
Address in whispers.
You could do that too.
That's my new program. I'm gonna take a great political like speeches of the past, and I'm going to just whisper them all into fucking YouTube channels.
And all the SJWs rejoiced and plugged it into their children's nighttime regimen.
the headphones over all the pregnant Democratic bellies of America.
Now I'm curious. This article is from Business Insider.
Score. Sorry. The worst part is
But
that I
there's
could start
also-
these already from memory.
It's also about ASMR. It's not just audio. There's also some visual aspects. There's what's called personal attention, where somebody is focused on a camera, and it's like they're talking to you, and they're doing like face touches with their fingers, and like doing interesting things with their hands.
You're really good at this, Linda. Like I'm feeling it right now. I feel like I feel so paid attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Scott Johnson talk about this? Like when we talk, I feel like I remember there was being a TMS where he was talking about ASMR, and he like responds to
it
Kim
comes up a
touching
lot.
him, right? Like on his arm or something.
It comes up a lot, actually, because he was curious about it, and then he was like, I don't get it, and then he would try to listen to a couple different ones, and he got really freaked out, and just every once in a while it comes up. If you mention ASMR, he'll go on a tangent.
Yeah, I feel like that's where I first heard about it, because honestly, I didn't know that it had a name, I guess. I had just kind of heard the whispering videos and didn't understand why. But that's where I first like heard about it, and I think he talked about his being like a tactile thing. I guess at the same time, like, I have a response, and this is weird. This is like a real talk time with Jen. Like, I have a thing with like people who have like freshly shaved heads. Like touching a freshly shaved head is like, I have an actual response to that. And like my old roommate, I have a roommate that used to buzz his head all the time. And literally he would buzz his head and like come in my room and be like, oh, hey, I just buzzed. It's so that I could like do the touching for a while. Like, because I have like a weird response to that.
You also get it. You can get it from getting your hair brushed, and getting it styled.
Not my sister. That woman used to
Yes.
cry. That girl used to cry when she had to get her hair brushed. Oh, but yeah,
Really?
I could see that though. Like having somebody shampoo my head is like, but that's more of like that's a
it's
sexual
like the
experience
best
for
fucking
sure.
part.
Mm-hmm.
It is the best part.
But the thing with the ASMR videos that are doing these little, because they're role plays, for doing like the personal attention thing. Sometimes, like there's a lot of ASMR role play where you're supposed to be somebody that they're talking to. They're doing these motions and you're hearing sounds that are like for brushing hair or getting your hair washed, that kind of thing, or getting a haircut, where they have their what are they called? Biaudial. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. Where they have a special microphone that literally has
Ears on it?
Ears on it.
I saw one of those. That was so weird.
And they're taking scissors and they're snipping around so that when you hear it, because it's that special microphone, you're getting in each ear and it's going around your head.
That is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Binaural. Thank you.
Binaural.
I know.
Dude, I don't. Okay. Also, yeah, people watching mundane tasks such as preparing food.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, I
feel like I could watch somebody sweep.
I found one of the best baking ASMRs. It's a channel. Let's see if I can look it up real quick. Where there's no talking. It's just the sound of like the ingredients being whisked together and the cake batter being poured and things being chopped up. That's actually pretty cool. I don't get a lot of tingles from it, but it's really cool to watch.
I don't know that I would like that. Like, I have enough lonely time in my kitchen with that. I'm fine.
Right? I don't know. I could at the same time though, like
It's called
we talked
Cooking
about this
Tree.
before about how I could have
Cooking
watched you.
tree.
Cooking Tree.
Remember when you were gonna separate your perler beads, and I was just like, yes, please. Or no, or you had like
Yeah.
seed beads or something, and
Yeah,
I was
perler beads.
oh yeah, I'm like, please stream that. Like I would watch that. Yeah, but that's like a weird like I just like watching a pile of chaos get evenly like sorted into.
That's like one of those satisfying videos.
Oh God, yes. Like I watch I not videos, but I do look at pictures of cabling porn basically, where it's like really nicely organized cables and like networking cables. I have enough
Jen,
friends.
I feel like you're projecting.
I
And
feel like
you need to apply this in life.
No, I just have a lot of friends that are in IT. So they show like they'll show like a couple garbage, like who did this? Like you get into a closet and you're just like, who made this mess? But then they'll show the all right, and just to cleanse your palate, here's like some beautifully organized cabling. And to be fair, it's a fucking hot garbage mess right now, but that's only because I need to change mixers.
I get
bad.
it.
It's bad.
Like working with musicians and stages and seeing different, people just wrapping cables wrong and like, oh my God, it's going to be damaging. And then, oh, I'm going to have to break that down later. Are you kidding me? And then seeing the one person who shows up and opens their case and their shit's done like nicely and like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. So this is just basically like, so it's triggering a part of the brain. So has there been science about like, is there studies done on this? I feel like it's too new that there's no like official published studies that I could find about why.
It says there's that little scientific research has been conducted to like find the correlations.
Right.
But there's a million anecdotal like examples. And yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Fucking ASMR kids.
Yep.
I mean, I did find one article in Science Daily about it.
Yeah, see, I was going through like the journals, like, and I couldn't find anything, and that's why I was surprised. But I guess it is relatively new.
Yeah, it is. In the grand scheme of things, it's what, 12 years old?
Yeah, that's fairly new. I mean, when you think about how long it takes for
well
like,
to
a
have
study.
to have the spotlight shined on it and have it actually be named. That's what's new about it. It's been around, but they're just like, "Ooh, I got the goosebumps." That's all they said about it back then.
I like how the journal references more than a feeling. Autonomous sensory meridian response is characterized by reliable changes in affect and physiology. Because that's exactly it. Like, I want there to be a documentation of the actual change. Because, like, we can see that with other things and, like, other responses.
The problem is you have to get a subject who, A, experiences it.
Yeah.
And B, you have to figure out, because not everyone who does experiences it the same way. Like, there's a channel that I like to listen to, and this woman has recommended other folks that she likes their ASMR channels, and I've tried their ASMR channels, and I'm like, meh.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's very subjective, so you would have trouble in studies with a control group because experiencing ASMR, being so subjective. So the control group would have to be really, really large to even be able to break down. I mean, you're looking at people who don't have the response and people who do have the response at all, and how much, for instance, their heart rate decreased listening to it. But then there would be variances between the different types of ASMR. So the control would be very complicated, and you'd need a very large group.
It's the same thing with trying to. It's the same thing with trying to measure frisson, because frisson, not only is it the same kind of like response, but it also depends on your own personal like what music you respond to. So it's all about personal response, and yeah, you'd have to have a massive control group.
I mean, I think you could get a ton of data from doing the study, but it wouldn't be the kind of where you could have a hypothesis and like you could pull data out of it.
It may not be
have
conclusive
a conclusion because you couldn't say this kind of ASMR has the best result, right?
It would absolutely not. Yeah, it's almost impossible to build it because it is such a unique response. Like I was trying to think about like the songs that give me goosebumps don't always give me goosebumps either. Sometimes it's just the first time I hear a song. Because then after that, I know it and it's no longer new and it doesn't give me that, I don't get that same reaction. But then there are some songs where I get it every time, which is why, like, one of my favorite songs of all time, and I, again, to this day, don't know what it is about that song, but Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here is like I can put that song on and I will experience it every single time. But then there are other songs where it's only the first time. So I'm guessing it's probably fairly similar with ASMR too, where even sometimes what normally triggers it may not always trigger it.
Yeah. There may be some videos where you go back to it later and you're like, nope, not feeling anything.
I'm curious with a musical response like that, Jen. What about, is it a certain recording of the song? Like with a live version, does it evoke the same response, or is it
it's funny
particular
that
recording?
You should mention that because my prized possession that I no longer have because it got lost in a move and makes me very, very sad is I used to have an original pressing of it on vinyl, and that was the one that reacted the best, like hands down every time, and it was my favorite, and there was something about it. But yeah, no, I when I lost it, I was very, very sad.
It definitely makes a difference. Like there's a group called Celtic Woman that I listen to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
and we all find out that we listen to the same thing. So.
Yeah. I've listened to Danny Boy on their on it's not CD anymore, it's on whatever. Like over and over again. But I went to a live concert once of Celtic Woman, and they sang Danny Boy, and I started crying just because it was so beautiful live, and she just hit this like last note, and I'm crying, and the guy I was with who had bought me a ticket turned, and he was like he thought something was wrong, and I'm like, he was like, "Are you okay?" Like trying to whisper, and I'm like, "It's so beautiful."
Oh man,
so it definitely matters.
Yeah, whenever I cry, I'm like, I'm crying because it's so like when I can't remember. Oh, I remember where it was. We were in DC. My grandparents. I was living in Northern Virginia at the time, and we went to DC. And I apparently have emotional responses to statues, and I didn't know that. And we were at the Lincoln Memorial, and we're just standing there looking at it, and I just start crying. And my grandmother was like, "What's going on?" And I was just like, it captures so much. And she's like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And then like the third statue, going to all the DC monuments, and then going to we went to Mount Vernon and went down to Fredericksburg, and we did a bunch of stuff. And every time it was a statue, I didn't put it together until she was just like, "You really react to statues and sculpture." I'm like, apparently I do. I didn't know.
Learn something new.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That would be another interesting scientific approach to looking at it too, though. I think if you had a test group that responds to ASMR and you had recorded their heart reduction in a certain type, and then you could take the audio patterns and like sonically create them without the actual stimulus, whether it was the whisper, whether it was the fabric, whatever it was,
like to activate the neurons basically with a signal instead. Yeah,
a signal and see if the body reacts the same way. I would be really sorry.
Please, scientists, please do these things for us.
That would be to know.
Please make science happen somewhere.
Yes. Science is needed.
What we need for this is some grad student to get a grant and then start the process. That's what'll happen. Let's hope.
It's fine. He doesn't even need a grant. He just needs to start his own ASMR channel and then fund his own research.
And then track the data using the best scientific methods possible. Thanks.
Yeah. So
Holy crap.
if y'all have anything to add to about ASMR, do you like it? Do you hate it? You can chime in by emailing us at geekgrills@gmail.com, or you can also tweet us at geekgrills. So, what are y'all anticipating coming up?
Well, the Carolina Renaissance Festival has started. I
Yay.
didn't get to go because
Oh.
everything sucks, and
Ooh.
I can't go next week either. And eventually, there will be a paycheck at a Ren Fest that will fall into place, and I must go.
I'm so jealous that y'all's is in fall.
Mine's in February. I miss it being in fall. I used to go when I lived in Chicago. I would go every year because it was always in fall and it was like a normal time. I miss it every year here in Tucson because it's at a weird fucking time. It's like February or March or some shit. And I'm not thinking about Ren at that time. Like, that's not Ren Fest time.
No.
I miss Ren
hoping to
Fair.
go soon. And I want to see the Joker and another budgetary issue. Damn it.
No.
Like, it's just not... Seriously. Like, I could have
No
figured it out
life.
and gone this week for, like, my disentanglement go somewhere alone time. And I was like, I'm going to go watch a movie by myself because Rob doesn't care about seeing it in theaters. And then Fletcher was like, my friends all want to go. Can you take me now? And I was like, yeah. I mean, another parent is taking a gaggle of teenagers and he actually wants to see it. And we're not usually even into the same thing. So it's like, here's the money.
Can we come up with a new name for whatever you call a group of 4 or more teenagers? Like a Hellion or something?
An Edge.
An Edge?
Edge. I think that name...
His older brother was like, don't let him go see that movie. Oh my God, they're already a bunch of edgelords.
I think that name would change every generation. The name for a bunch of teenagers.
Fucking teenagers are the worst. Like, there's like that song, like, teenagers scare the fucking shit out of me. Yes.
Becoming edgelords at that age.
Oh, God. Godspeed, September.
What about you, Jen?
Hopefully gonna see the Joker. Honestly, that and more podcasting mayhem.
And then I have Garden of Destiny's LARP this weekend, so I think I need to bring a poncho. I don't remember if it's going to be raining.
Bring a poncho. If you're not sure if you need to bring a poncho, I vote bring a poncho.
Bring a poncho.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got one. No worries.
Okay, so remember, folks, you can always come watch us record live at twitch.tv/geekgrills on Sunday evenings. Our next one will be...
Yeah, usually. Usually Sunday.
Usually. We try. Come on. Our next one should be on October 13th at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will have guest Jean-Francois Dubois and Amy, who are starting a podcast of their own.
Yay! And we've had JF Dubois before, so it's going to be exciting to do another round with him. Yay! So in addition to the subs and bits that we get here on Twitch, we are supported by our amazing patrons, the greatest girlfriends on the internet, as you all know. You can become a patron at patreon.com/grills. And don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, you can actually sub to us for free every month on Twitch. So you should do that. And give us Jeff Bezos' money, please.
Yes.
He doesn't need it.
No. Another way to show your support is by leaving us a review. You can do so on any of your podcast catchers. Leaving a review is free, and they help our ranking, which can help other people find our podcast. Also, you can join our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter if you'd like help spread the word there. And where can we find y'all on the interwebs?
I can be reached at 9 of 12. That's NINEOF12 on Twitter and Twitch, and on the Heresy and Hearsay podcast.
I am the Jen. I can be found at the Jen Says on Twitter, streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/thejen. And don't forget to check out America's Next Top Podcaster at americasnexttoppodcaster.com.
You can also listen to me talk about women in gaming on the Glitter Dice podcast. You can find me on Twitch under the name True Noob. That's TRUN00B. Thanks for listening, everyone. Good game.
GG. Good game. Well played. GG.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
That fucking
Yay.
laugh, dude. Great show. What do we call it?
Let's see.
Let me bang the showbot. Ha ha!
Yeah, bang that showbot, please. Bang the shit out of that showbot, please.
What if we got?
In the
Show me what you
showbot.
got.
In the show, the Democratic Pregnant Bellies of America.
Wow.
That was
Right.
definitely a
Here's-
sentence that I said at one point.
All right, here's our I can't think of word right now. September is living a lifetime movie. We're getting distracted. OT. It's definitely
OT
not
was a
different.
mistake.
Okay, not OT. The Tingles. Soft Crinkles was my Prince cover band, and the Democratic Pregnant Bellies of America. Go vote.
I apologize to everyone for what I've done. I've embarrassed myself. I've embarrassed my family. I've embarrassed my cat children. I think I like September as living a lifetime movie, and I don't know why. I just
I like the soft crinkles
I have the soft crinkles with my
because it kind of also refers to ASMR at least.
Well, see, for some reason, I was thinking of like Prince always wearing like velvety purple coats and stuff, and I was just like, wouldn't that be like such a weird like cover
You're
band name?
I could hear you reaching for it.
It's his soft
It's
crinkles.
my Prince cover band.
I was like, what has soft crinkles?
Old people.
Not to be
and
confused with soft
Prince's
cankles. Those are different
velvet.
things. Those are different things.
Another great title. Old people and Prince's velvet.
Good old velvet rope treatment. Also, by the
We
way,
didn't have to vote on a queefing title.
God, I know, right? Pick a
ASMR
fucking
queef
title,
for the
please.
win.
No.
We have a tie. Come on,
Oh.
users, get in there and vote. Somebody vote. Who's still
Somebody-
watching? We have
somebody-
10 people. Help us.
Help us. Please help us so we can help ourselves.
Decide on a title.
Also, I'm gonna try to figure out who the hell we are going to raid. Because it looks like we've got a couple kids.
All right, I have to step
Aw.
aside for 1 second. I'll go right back while you figure that out.
Okay. Oh, Kyle Ferguson, new dad. New dad who dis.
Mhm.
Kyle Ferguson of Into the Nexus and There Will Be Dungeons is a dad now.
Aw.
Oh, I know, right? Ugh. Also, it's usually on Tuesday this early because it's too early for. Wait, is Mike streaming right now? I feel like this is normally a time when there's. Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday, right? I don't even know what fucking day it is.
Mhm.
I don't even know what day it is. It's just so early. That's the problem. It's normally not. Oh, Two Guys, One Couch. These guys, I watched these guys play at TwitchCon. We should rate them.
Okay.
They're cool kids, I think. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Or one of the guys from that was playing music, I think. They're not playing music right now. They're just playing video games.
Damn it. All right.
World Mental Health Day Thursday. Interesting.
Okay.
I feel like I should stream for that. Okay. Yeah.
I gotta go.
All right.
Yeah.
The other show.
All right. I'm gonna get
Actually-
a rating.
How long you want to wait? You raid me in about a minute.
All right. Go.
Let's see. I gotta shut off Skype.
Bye. Everybody say bye,
Bye.
September. Bye.
Bye, September.
Skype, goddammit. Bye.
Skype, goddammit, bye. That was my like.
Goodbye.
It's gonna freeze her in that fucking image too, which is great. Just permanent September freeze. I can't do anything about it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I think
Yeah. Okay,
Soft
I'm gonna
Crinkles got the highest vote. So it appears
Cool.
Soft Crinkles is my Prince cover band is unfortunately the name of this title. I apologize to everyone.
It's fine.
And with that, what's our raid calls today? Oh. I don't have any ASMR related comments.
I don't know. How about we could just do September is living a lifetime movie?
No. Let's see. No, I don't know. It just because we're gonna raid somebody that doesn't know what's up. Uh,
What the Frisian?
what the frisian? Sure.
Close off that because I'm done with it.
All right, there we go. Cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off here. Let's see. Let me just double check one more time who's live right now.
I thought we were doing Ember.
We are if she gets up live enough, soon enough. But if she doesn't, then
If she gets live enough,
I have
we'll
to
do it.
pee so bad. I have to pee so very bad, and I have a team that's waiting for me. Mostly I just have to pee really bad. It's hot. Hot.
Does your house not have like air conditioning?
I turn it off for the recording because otherwise,
okay.
turn that shit right back on. No, I turn it off for the recording so I don't have as much room noise because otherwise it's like.
There's some ASMR.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. Oh, womp womp.
Well, just pick somebody, I guess.
Okay, we're gonna do 2 guys, 1 couch then. All right, go raid. Follows are free, kids. Don't be jerks. Eat your vegetables, and thanks for hanging out. I am typing the button thing. I promise. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining the Geek Girls channel for this podcast recording.